Explosive new details in the deadly Uber crash investigation. Last night, we told you about a police report revealing the driver was watching The Voice on her cell phone when she slammed into a woman in Tempe, killing her. And now, as Team 12's Bianca Bono reports, the driver's attorney is coming to her defense. Bianca?
Well, in addition to the Tempe police report, 12 News has obtained files from the Yavapai County Attorney's Office, which is reviewing this case. Among those documents, a letter from Rafaela Vasquez's attorney. In a letter to the Yavapai County Attorney's Office, Rafaela Vasquez's lawyer, Larry Kazan, claiming his client is not responsible for the fatal crash involving a self-driving Uber. Vasquez, the backup driver, sitting in the front seat at the time of the crash.
I didn't even see anybody over there.
Okay.
And
so she kind of came out of nowhere?
Yeah.
In the letter sent on May 31st, before the Tempe Police Department released its report, Kazan listing the reasons why he believes his client is innocent. He claims Elaine Herzberg, the pedestrian struck by the Uber, is at fault because she crossed Mill Avenue in the dark outside of a crosswalk and failed to yield to the car. He also claims Vasquez was looking down at the vehicle's self-driving system before the crash, saying she was responsible for monitoring diagnostic messages that appeared on an iPad interface in the center of the vehicle's dash. But according to Tempe's report, Vasquez was actually watching an episode of The Voice using the Hulu app on her phone. Police saying had Vasquez been paying attention, they believe she could have stopped 42 feet before crashing into Herzberg, thus deeming the crash avoidable.
this is going to be a setback for the whole industry, which is not what I want.
In a statement to 12 News, Uber saying in part, "We have a strict policy prohibiting mobile device usage for anyone operating our self-driving vehicles. We plan to share more on the changes we'll make to our program soon." Again, Vasquez's attorney sent that letter before the release of Tempe's report. We reached out to his office for comment, but have not heard back. So far, no charges have been filed. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thank you. Now from the 12 News Night team, a bizarre investigation